All right. Welcome, everybody. This is Two Nerds Are Better Than One. I am Ron Deasy. I got my buddy old pal here.
Mr. Awesome.
Yeah, guys. We struggle. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. We're trying to give you better content, better quality, and it just wasn't happening for us. We got to dish out that money. We're gonna make it happen though. But we need you guys' help to subscribe. It helps out the channel. So just subscribe. That's all we need. It's free to subscribe. And it's free to listen. You won't get your time back, but that time will be going to a good cause. So, anyways,
time will be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be well worth it. Okay. So we're gonna jump right into Ahsoka episode 4.
Okay.
This one was called I forget.
Or it's called The Fallen Jedi.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
So I spoke to Mr. Awesome, what was it, 2 days ago? 3 days ago, maybe?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is the best episode so far. He's like, oh, and he hasn't seen it yet, right?
Yeah.
And so he watched it, texted me, he's like, you're right, this is the best one so far.
Okay. Doesn't say it's not without its flaws, but it's better.
Yeah, definitely. So let's jump into it.
Okay.
I'll let you take it over from here.
Okay.
So, usually I do it, but let's get you in here. Let's you start it off.
All right. Well, again, it was a little bit more than a 50-50 episode this time. It was more like 60-40 this time, so it's getting better. It's getting better. We're gonna presume that people have already seen the episode when we're doing this. So yeah, more of a 60-40, and I'm just gonna assume when we're doing this that people have already seen the episode. So spoiler alert if you haven't, but I'm not gonna go through every part of it like we have been doing, right? Unless you want to do the whole breakdown this time.
No, let's not do a whole breakdown. Let's just say what you like, what you didn't like, and our predictions,
Okay. So let's see. How's the episode start? So, episode starts with Sabine in the ship asking where Ahsoka is. And he's like, she's outside. So, like, oh, okay. She goes outside, and she's looking for ever in the woods. It was bad, okay? You gotta admit. She's just for a really long time. And she goes up to the robot and she's like, okay, be careful. And then walks away. When she thinks there's danger, it's like, why don't you just stay with him? What are you gonna do? And by the way, when she goes up in there and you see her later when there is danger, she's just chilling there doing staring at the wall. With some moment with Sabine. I'm like, what? Dude, why do you?
I never thought about it like that. But you make a very good point.
She definitely senses something. She's like, yeah, he can handle it. Which, by the way, he was OP. By the way, that dude fucking handled himself really well. I know it's a dumb robot fight, robots fighting, but at the same time, it was cool.
It was what's it called? What's that? What was it called? Something Steel.
Oh yeah, Real Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought about.
Yeah, dude.
But no, you're absolutely right. Ahsoka, you're the most trained person on the ship right now. You know something's out there, but all you tell your the droid is be careful. You should be like, hey, no, come back on the ship. There's somebody out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the ship and do nothing while you go out here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to talk with Sabine about bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's this really cool robot fight, which I enjoyed. I thought it was funny, though, when he's like, help! And he covered his mouth when he doesn't have a mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? All right, first of all, if you're going to say help, why didn't you say it right away? And then I'm like, okay, well, at least he hit the thing behind him. I was like, all right, that was smart. Okay. So again, I'm like 50-50, right? Something dumb, something smart. It seems to be what this show is doing to me, for the most part. So... And the lights go out on the ship, and she's like, that dumb droid. She's like, he's not stupid. And they go out there, and they find all these bounty hunters. So, there's that. And then they do a little teamwork, to take them out, which is fine. I thought that was okay. I liked that she was using her Mando stuff and not Jedi stuff, which is good. And then they go a little bit farther. And by the way, another part that I didn't like, I'm sorry, but this slow stuff happened again. Did you notice it? The slow talk?
Slow stuff?
The slow talk. They got this emergency out there, right? There's guys waiting for him, supposed to go after him. And remember Hugh Yang is like telling him, you guys should be together or whatever. And
Oh,
they walk away and they're like, we'll leave. And the other one's like,
together.
and then they walk off. Like there's shit going down, dude. Like they're gonna get this map coordinates. It's all this stuff, and you're having this very boring conversation. I'm sorry. Like
It didn't bother me at all.
really, it's so slow. I'm telling you, I'm gonna break the glass for you, dude. Pay attention to how slow these conversations are. I'm telling you, you'll see it. Now that I've broken the glass, you'll see it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so then they go into the woods, and again, I liked one part that I really did like is when Ahsoka fights Marrok. She changes her fighting stances.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she does her usual, like holding the blade
the badass, the badass Ahsoka stance to start,
and then she does because she's fighting with one blade right now, right?
Yeah.
And then she switches to what Anakin does, like over the head.
Yeah, which baits him in, which I really like.
So it's and they each of these stances have names.
Oh, I don't know the names. I'm
I don't know the names
either.
In.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
anyone who's watching, if you know the names of these stances, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I'd love to know. But I've never gone that far in. I know that's the stance that he did when he was gonna, I think, go after Dooku, right?
Yeah, he did it in Dooku.
Yeah.
I think he did it against Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Yeah, but like different. There's some Jedi's that use different stances, but yeah, you're right. I know. I peeped that immediately too. I was like, "Ooh, she switched her stances." Okay.
Yeah, I liked that there were different styles in this episode. That was cool to me.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. I really did.
If you guys are not familiar with Ahsoka, again, like she started in Clone Wars, she always has two blades and she has them like backwards. And if you guys ever played, what's that game called? Force Unleashed. The
Star Killer.
Yeah, Star Killer. He holds it the same way.
Okay.
And so she has two blades that she holds it the same way. But this time,
I should see if I can find that game and replay it. I played both of them and I loved them both. It's just been so long since I played them, but I remember, especially the first one. I remember being really badass.
Yeah. They have it on Switch now, and
oh really?
I'm pretty sure you can find it on the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store. So yeah, but I think in this episode, she's almost all the time fighting with one blade.
Yeah,
I wonder why she's not fighting with her other blade.
I don't know.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So yeah, she does the Anakin thing, right, to bait him into going for an attack on her, and he does like this whole like spinny thing, like Inquisitor style, and then it's like kind of like old
face
school,
off.
Yeah, like old school samurai stuff, right?
Yeah.
One swing and it's over, and she takes him out. But what's crazy is that, by the way, it kind of looked like a fart. Just saying. It was like green, but I know why they did that, and I still think it was cool, and the scream was really cool. And I'm not sure what he is though. Like he could be an Inquisitor that was maybe brought back to life by Morgan Elsbeth or another Night Sister. Who knows? But he's definitely got like Night Sister magic in him. Like that's why that stuff's coming out. So who he is still like left to whatever. But I thought that was really cool because I thought maybe he was just another character, but he's actually like more of a reanimated type of thing. It seems, right?
Yeah.
My guess. Some people say like he's a Night Brother, which is like like Darth Maul's brother.
Yeah.
I think he might have just been an Inquisitor that was like reanimated, to be honest, or something like that.
It could be. I think.
Tell me. I'd love to see it there.
I don't think he's in a. It's very possible because he has the blade, and we only know so far that Inquisitors have those blades.
I've only seen Inquisitors hold those blades.
And I remember I said like that has to be an Inquisitor, but. It's 50. He could be a Inquisitor. The other reason why he's not the other 50 is because he doesn't have second brother or second sister. all Inquisitors have those names, and all Inquisitors are under Darth Vader, Darth Vader, or the Grand Inquisitor. And since because this Marrok wasn't, since his name is Marrok or Marrok, whatever,
Marrok,
and he's not in the Darth Vader, that's why it's like, okay, he's not a. We'll say he's not an official Inquisitor.
Okay.
But yeah, he could possibly be a reanimated Inquisitor, or he could just be like a Night Sister spirit, and that's how she made him, I guess. You know. So yeah, I hopefully they'll explain it later. Maybe Morrigan will tell us what he was. He'll probably make another appearance because did he fully disappear, or just the gas came out, or the spirit just came out? And
I mean, he went down, dude. You hear all this screaming and stuff. I think he's done. I think.
But did everything disappear, or did like all his clothes and everything just drop?
He looked like he kind of like
disintegrated.
Yeah, like
okay,
kind of became mummified.
Okay,
of sorts.
Continue on.
Or maybe even disappeared from the clothes. Who knows? Continue on. I also like that they didn't make Sabine really like OP. She had to use her Mandalorian skills more than anything else. So that was cool. Where I'm glad that she didn't like go at her with a lightsaber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When she engaged with her with the blasters. That's what she's good at. That's what she should be doing. She got a little too close. I don't know why you're getting really close when you got guns, but you know, it is what it is. She got too close and she got blasted, into the tree, which is fine. And then she's down. She tricks her into thinking she's going to hit her with a force, and she gets cocky and says you have no power. She hits her with the trick, just like she did she did that to Kanan, right, in Rebels?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, when they were training, right, and he got pissed.
Yeah.
It was dirty. So she did that. But then the girl runs away. And I'm like, I was thinking about that. I'm like, why would she just bounce? Like, she could just go get the lightsaber and go back after her, or force her somewhere. You know what I mean? She's got that power. I was thinking maybe, though, at the same time when this battle's going on, I think Ahsoka got the advantage on Baylan at that point. So maybe she sensed that, and that's why she left.
So I have to watch it again, but I could have sworn she saw Ahsoka kill Marrok, and that's when she bailed. Or I could be getting it wrong.
I thought they kept fighting for a little longer after that, because she left to go fight Baylan. And I don't think it was until she got the upper hand on Baylan a little bit, where she kicked him down, where the girl left. But who knows where this is all happening in time, right? Because you got two fights going on at the same time, so who knows? But that's the only reason I could think that she would leave.
Or did she see that Ahsoka had turned the thing off, the map off?
No, I don't think that was it.
Okay.
It could have been.
I gotta watch it again.
You know what? It's possible. Maybe there was some light that was coming from the map, and then it went away.
Yeah.
And she sensed that. That's possible.
Yeah.
So, again, I like the fights. They were pretty cool. And then the Baylan one was really neat because, again, it was different stances, right? He seems to have more of a powerful type of strike. He's that type of fighter. You could tell.
He's more of like Arthur and the Knights. He holds it like this.
Yeah.
And he holds it like
it's Qui-Gon, right? Kind of like batter up.
Yeah, exactly. Qui-Gon. I was gonna say the other guy, Kai Mundi or something like that. The guy with the long forehead or long head that has
yeah. One of the masters.
Yeah. But Qui-Gon's a perfect example. Yeah.
Speaking of the masters, by the way, dude, this guy is. I know he's not a master. Obviously, he didn't go all the way up in the temple, but he has some really intuitive reading your mind skills that only masters have, right? Remember when Anakin, as a kid, went into the room with all the masters, and they were like, "See through you, we can." Remember?
Yeah.
Everyone could tell what he was thinking. I don't think every Jedi can do that. They can kind of feel your thoughts a little bit, maybe malice or not.
Yeah.
But to actually know what you're thinking is next level, and I feel like this guy kind of like knows what you're thinking.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's to another level than just like, are you angry or upset or whatever? You know what I mean?
And you know what it could be also? Vader did that in episode 6. Because Vader never knew he had twins.
Yeah, he found out about the sister. Yeah,
He found out the sister through Luke by reading his mind.
yep.
So it could be, and I know sometimes I play a lot of games, and I know usually it's like the Sith have the lightning talent,
Right.
and the Jedi's usually have like the healing talent sometimes. So, and this could be a Sith thing where they can read minds, but
even the Jedi can do that.
Like I said,
the Masters can do that.
Yeah,
all the Masters.
Well, remember, Vader was never a master.
I know, but he's like Sith,
he was a Sith Lord, or
yeah.
I'm not even sure if they have masters.
I think it's just next level Force user stuff. But I mean, I think you have to have the talent and the ability.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I was gonna say I was gonna correct myself. I don't think Balin is a Sith.
No, I don't think he is either.
Yeah, he's a dark Jedi.
I think he's a next level, like, could have been a master type of Jedi. Mm-hmm. I mean, he did get he got the drop on Ahsoka. You know? And he also did it by making her mad.
Yep. And
he was in her head the whole fight.
And I forget the ranks, but I think Jedi Master is the top. I think right below it is like Jedi Knight.
Okay.
What Anakin had. So he could have been a Jedi Knight, almost about to be a master. But go ahead.
I mean, that's pretty much all I got. Oh, wait, yeah. And the fight, so the fight was kind of cool, right? But the whole time, I didn't know that she was actually just trying to get to the orb.
Mm-hmm.
So then I got mad at the fight, because I'm like, if you're going for the orb, why don't you just force pull it to yourself instead of trying to grab it or something like that, right?
Right. And I thought when she did go after it, like one of the times, I thought it was like a very poor attempt.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Like, it was kind of dumb.
Yeah, like she wasn't even trying.
So as cool as the fight was, the parts where she was going after the orb annoyed me so much.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, why don't you just force pull it to yourself or something, right? I mean, I know you can't hit it with a lightsaber, but she doesn't know that yet. But remember how long it took him to actually destroy that thing? It took him a while. Mm-hmm. So, but she doesn't know that, I don't think, right? Why didn't she just try to slash it or something? It just, like I said, there's parts that were good, and then there's just parts that are just like stupid. I just don't know why they're doing this. Like, again, though, the story's got me hooked. I want to know what's gonna happen, dude. And I love that Sabine turned. I didn't see that coming at all.
I wouldn't use the word turn.
No. I won't.
She gave in.
But you know what I mean, though? Yeah. Like, that she actually, she didn't destroy the thing, which is stupid. She should have destroyed it. But at the same time, I get why she wants her shot to find Ezra. And I like that he intuited that immediately and just, like, switched her like that.
Yeah.
I thought that part was cool. So, I mean, that's my review of it, to be honest.
That seems to be a thing. Like, when maybe if you're not taught at a young age to be a Jedi, you're that more easily to go to the other side.
Yeah.
That's what Sidious or Palpatine did to Anakin. Like, oh, I can save your loved one.
Yeah.
Anakin, you can?
Little mind games. Can't do it.
Yeah, mind games. And this is what happens to Sabine. She's like, oh, you can save Ezra? Okay. So they give in.
It would have been great though if right after, man, like she killed her with the Force choke.
Yeah,
that would have been good. It's like, well, I didn't tell you. I mean, I told you I wouldn't hurt you.
I like the episode. I liked how Sabine used her Mandalorian armor. I wish she would have used her jetpack, but when she had the helmet on and her two blasters, it just felt so right.
Yeah.
You know, it felt natural.
I enjoyed that.
All her moves and everything. You can tell she doesn't have this lightsaber thing down at all.
No.
The Mandalorian thing comes to her naturally. It reminded me of who's my girl? Bo-Katan. Yeah. It reminded me of her. I thought both battles were cool. Oh, by the way, have you seen the meme of when Sabine has got stabbed in the lightsaber,
Oh man, I can't.
and then the
I'm sure
Qui-Gon?
there's so many of them.
Meanwhile, Qui-Gon is someone
Yeah.
as a Force ghost.
But
You're talking about that? What the first episode, huh?
Yeah, but hey, man,
Yeah.
you know Ron said it was to the side. You gotta trust it. You gotta trust in DZ. In DZ, we trust.
Right.
DZ said it was to the side, man. That's why she's fine.
So yeah, I like the episode. I like the battle between Ahsoka and Baylan. You know, he gives more insight that he knew Anakin or knew of Anakin.
Mhm.
And yeah, they get their fight. I like his stance, and you can tell he's more of a dark Jedi. He's not a
He
Sith.
was definitely the best part of that episode.
Yeah, and you can tell
Hands
he's like
down, he was the best.
either
part.
you won't call him the fallen Jedi or a dark Jedi, because most Siths are somewhat except Dooku. Well, was Dooku a Sith? Can we consider him a Sith? Or maybe
yeah.
also a fallen.
Yeah.
Okay.
He served right under the Emperor.
Yeah. So
until he knew until he didn't know, but the Emperor knew he was going to be replaced by Anakin.
And again, I'm going back to all the games I played. Almost all the Sith that you see, they have some type of makeup or deformed in their face. You know, they don't look too clean shaved like Baylan looked.
Yeah.
So that's why I say he's not really a Sith. He's like a
well, no, he's not. They say too
Jedi.
that his lightsaber isn't red; it's like orange. So it's like a mix. You know.
I gotta look at that.
Yeah, because it isn't full on red. If you look at it, it's not. So it makes sense that it's like he's half and half.
Yeah. The only thing I probably didn't like about this episode, and what I didn't like about Rebels, is this world between worlds. I was never sold on that. I thought it gets too complicated. It's too complex. It reminds me of Marvel.
Yeah, Ron doesn't like timelines.
I don't like timelines. It gets too because you know, before all this happened, Back to the Future was like the only timeline explanation you had, and you followed that. And then Marvel wiped that out. I was like, no.
Hey! Don't forget Time Cop.
You know what? I never seen Time Cop. That's what Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What?
Is that with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
What?
Is that with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Namby-pamby, never seen no Time Cop. What?
Is that with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
Yeah, never seen it. I know it is. Never seen it.
You gotta see that movie.
I guess I'll pick it up. Let me see if they have it on. Like,
I've wanted to watch it with
like
my wife forever, but it's never free. You always gotta buy it, or not buy it, but at least rent it. I think we're finally gonna rent it though, because I want to watch it with her, because it's so silly.
But yeah, never was sold on the world between worlds, and then at the end of it, so Baylan knocks her off the cliff, and then you don't see her for a while.
Yeah.
Then you finally see her, and like she's like laying in the water, but then you find out they pan to where they start is like the ocean, right?
Yeah, that was really good actually.
Yeah.
The way that they switched it kind of reminded me of Thanos when he got the Time Stone.
Yeah.
The Time Stone, the Soul Stone.
They start in the water, and they did a brilliant transition where they start to see her arm, and look like she's running. She's in the water, but then she wakes up and she's in the world between worlds.
Yeah.
And then who do you see? What's his name? Something Christian.
Yeah, Hayden
like
Christensen.
That? Yeah. And you can tell he has a lot of, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of makeup on, but the thing I'm not sure if this was I forget what they call it. Almost what they did with like Luke.
Yeah, you're talking about the de-aging stuff? Definitely was.
Yeah. No, not the de-aging. It was
No, I think it was. I think it was de-aging computer stuff. I definitely do. Because he barely moved.
Yeah, it's something. It's called something else. I forget what it is. I forgot the name, but it's like when you get like a picture of somebody and you put in something else, almost like what all this AI stuff on like you see what they do like on Instagram and everything, like how you get your face, you can put it on like a star or something like that, and you say that's you. I forget what it's called.
A portrait, not a landscape, mosaic.
No, I want to say it's a stand-in or crop out or something like that. I forget what it's called. But yeah, you see him, and He speaks, right? He said, "Oh, what did he say?
He says, "Hey, Snips."
Didn't expect to see you here, or it's about time." What did he say?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said
It's almost
Snips,
like he was expecting
which
her.
is an old name that he used to call her in the Clone Wars, which
Yeah.
which kind of makes me think that it might not actually be him.
Well, yeah, because what a lot of people said, and what I noticed, he didn't have the scar on his eye.
Oh, I didn't even look for that.
Yeah, that's like the first thing. To be honest, the first thing I noticed was his eyebrows looked kind of bushy. I was like, his eyebrows didn't look like that. And then I was like, okay.
You sure the scar's not there? I thought it was just kind of there, like it's just a little bit hidden. Like
I saw it, and then I went online to confirm, and yeah, the scar is not there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Then that would make even more sense because you watched all the Clone Wars, right? The cartoon,
yeah, they never
right?
explain. I think I watched it just to. My initial reason watching it was like, okay, I want to know how he got the scar. I don't think they ever explained it.
Well, I don't remember how he got the scar. I think he came back from Revenge of the Sith and it was there already.
Yeah. If you look at the movies, yeah.
It might show it. It might show it actually during the last season of the Clone Wars. I'm not sure, but what I'm talking about is the Mortis gods. Remember, I was telling you how they opened the world between worlds in the beginning was with the hands.
Oh yeah.
So if you remember the actual episode, it wasn't in Rebels. It was actually in Clone Wars. There were 3 different deities, the Mortis gods. There was the father, which was like the middle. Yeah, the daughter, which was the light, and the son, which was the dark. And the daughter kind of transferred her energy into Ahsoka, and the son let Anakin see his future. Now, the only thing that I can think of is that it could possibly be the son. And the reason why I think that is because I think he's in the version of the last time he knew what Anakin looked like when he saw him.
Oh, okay.
Which would explain why he doesn't have the scar and why he's calling her Snips instead of Ahsoka. Yeah. Because I don't think Anakin at the end called her Snips at all. I think he had more respect for her at that point, where he just called her Ahsoka.
I don't remember, but yeah.
Now this could be just a leap, and could be wrong, but that makes a little more sense why he would call her Snips instead of Ahsoka, unless because I guess it's endearing, whatever, but and how she got to the world between worlds. Because you need the Mortis God's power, I think, to get there. Yeah. From what I can tell. So, yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of. But we'll see. But that's my theory.
Yeah. And you hear that, I guess they're not doing it everywhere, but there's a few places where they're going to be premiering the episode 5 in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Empire?
Huh?
Episode 5. That's Empire, right?
Of this, no. Of Ahsoka.
Oh, I have no.
So I can only think like this is going to be a longer episode.
Yeah.
And it won't be an hour, but it'll probably be like the longest episode so far, maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay.
They'll probably have like behind the scenes stuff if they're going to show it in theaters, because nobody's going to go to theaters just to watch it. 45 minutes.
I don't know, man.
Probably
the people who run this shit are kind of dumb. I think. I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. I really don't.
Yeah. They've done this before with something else. I forget, but my predictions. I'm gonna get some predictions now. I think the next episode is gonna show more of Anakin. Of course.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, they said for sure episode 5 has it's the Anakin episode, and I believe it's directed by Dave Filoni as well.
And I think they're probably gonna finally, if they don't show Thrawn at the beginning of the episode, they'll probably show him at the end.
Yeah.
They finally
a lot of people think that we're just gonna get a little glimpse of Thrawn. I don't think so, man. There's too many episodes left to not get to Thrawn. They're about to go to where he's at. I think we're gonna get more Thrawn than people think. I'll give it that benefit of the doubt.
And one thing I did like is that Hera, she leaves. And this is another reason why I thought this episode was so great. Is because you see Home 1. You know how much I love ships.
Yeah.
So you see Home 1. You don't see what's his name, Akbar, but you see Home 1. Hera leaves off the ship, and we see her in the Ghost.
Yeah.
So I was right. The other one was called the Phantom, the smaller one.
Yeah.
This was called a Ghost. She got her son. And
yeah, why is she bringing her son to a battle?
I don't know. So
I thought that was so funny, dude. I was like, we're about to go into some serious shit. Let me take my kid with me.
Probably feels like I can't leave them because they're gonna know I'm gone, so they're probably gonna hold.
So what, dude? At least he won't be in danger.
Yeah. So she leaves and she brings like 6 other fighters, and we see one guy that you've seen in Mandalorian. I forget his name.
Yeah, you see Carson Teva, and then I don't know who the other ones were. I think they're kind of new. I think the only one that's been in the Asian guy, the Carson Teva. I think he's been in quite a few things. He's the only one.
He's supposed to have his own spinoff, right? Or he's supposed to be in another.
They're supposed to do something at some point, but who knows if it'll ever get done right now. Disney's losing money left and right now, so it's like whatever. But yeah, again, it could have been good, but you really enjoyed that scene, or was it just because of the ships?
I liked it because it was like you see Hera. She's like disobeying orders. She's
Ron, once a rebel, always a rebel.
Okay, that was cheesy. Okay, but
shut the fuck up. Who writes this crap?
That was cheesy. I can't remember if it was even that bad in the cartoon.
It wasn't. She was awesome in the cartoons, dude.
But anyways, you see Home One. You see Hera. She's like disobeying orders. She leaves off the ship. They all jump into hyperdrive, light speed. Yeah, light speed.
Yeah.
I thought it was great because you don't only see Home One, but you see all the other ships.
Okay, the ships, I'll give you that. You get to see all the cool ships. I'll give you that. That's cool.
Yeah.
The actual dialogue was crap.
Yeah. And then there's one person that was trying to stop her. It's like, hey, you're not authorized to leave. It's like, who's gonna stop me? You are? No.
That was funny. Make something up, and he's like, I'm a stupid guy. I guess I'll just make something up.
Yeah, I thought that was too long. It's like make something up. Make something up. I was like, you could have just said it once and just cut it. But I enjoyed that scene. And then when they finally make it, Morgan, she jumps to the mega speed.
And why did it take so long to get these coordinates, man? They already had the orb for like ever.
I don't know.
Right? That's the thing. Like at the same time, it was interesting, right? Because you get this part, right, where they get this cool scene where just before it goes, it explodes, right, and they're gone, And then you have, it's like she brought her son. It's like she brought her son only to say, "I got a bad feeling."
That was cheesy. Yeah.
But
I was like, no shit. Yeah, we just lost 2 of our fighters. You see this big ass warp ring just fly right past us. Yeah, I bet you have a bad feeling. But the whole thing
I'm not trying to be completely negative about the show because there's cool stuff in it and there's stuff worth watching. But if you're going in there for like the dialogue, don't go in expecting great dialogue. Expect cool fights and eye candy and cool ships and maybe an interesting story when it comes to this whole planetary galaxy thing because that's what's keeping me in it right now.
Right. I was gonna say the whole thing about getting the coordinates taking so long, it probably builds the anticipation, right?
Yeah.
But check this out. There's this. I don't know if you've ever seen this YouTube channel, but there's this guy. He makes like cartoons about a lot of Marvel and Star Wars movies.
What's the name?
Or sci-fi movies. It's called How It Should Have Happened.
Oh yeah, I like How It Should Have Happened. If you guys haven't checked them out, check them out. They're really funny.
And remember, he does one on episode 4. How is it episode 4? No. Yeah, episode 4. How the Death Star is.
I can't wait to see what they do with this.
How the Death Star is trying to go around that planet to shoot down the planet that Leia's on.
Yeah, Alderaan?
Yeah. Is it Alderaan or something else?
Oh, that Leia is on.
No, Yavin.
Oh, yeah,
Yavin, right?
Where
Yavin
sorry.
4.
Yeah, where the rebels are. My bad.
Yeah, so in his little cartoon, he's like, we're gonna be around the planet in 3 minutes. And then one guy's like, yeah, why don't you just shoot the planet in front of us and then we can shoot Yavin 4. I was like, yeah, why did they do that? But
the destructive power wouldn't be as much. It'd slow down the destructive power.
But I think I enjoyed this episode. Can't wait till Tuesday at 9 p.m. that the next episode on the show. My predictions.
Before your prediction, one more question.
Yeah.
How do you think they're gonna get to them? They're gone. The map's gone. Everything's gone. How do you think they're gonna actually get to them?
Well,
because I have a theory. I have a theory.
So, I think how they're gonna get to them. So maybe Ahsoka. I just thought about this. That's a good question. Great question. I think Ahsoka is going to find a way. And since they're already on that planet with the whales,
okay,
I forgot what they're called. That's probably how they're going to find them. She's going to find some way how the whales are going to take it to them.
You think so?
They're probably going to stop them there.
Do you think she could use? You don't think she could use the world between worlds to get there?
That too, yeah. Again, I don't know how that thing works. Like, it lost me.
Well, like, Ezra was able to pull someone from a different point in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can definitely take you places to important events. When it comes to like the Force, anyway.
Yeah.
The other thing too, though, that I noticed is like maybe they didn't have her Force pull it out or push it out because they wanted that scene where it burned in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
You think maybe something's in her hand
like
now?
Imprinted on her?
Like imprinted, yeah. Maybe I don't know, but that's the only thing I can think of. Because I mean, that's like the only other thing I would think they could get to her. It's either that or the world between worlds. But I don't know if all the other people can get to the world between worlds. I don't know if only Force users can get in there or what. Because I've only seen Ezra in there and Ahsoka because he pulled her out, but I've never seen any normies go in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Most likely to me is maybe the burn.
Yeah.
But
we'll see. That's a good theory. I was about to say, like, maybe they don't get to him. Maybe they just wait till he comes back. Maybe like, Sabine and maybe Ezra like sabotage it somehow.
What if you don't get to see anything? You just get to see him jump right back and Thrawn's in the seat.
Right.
It's about to go down. You don't see anything. You don't see anything that happened in the between. They're like, well, we didn't really think about how to write that, so we're just gonna have him come back.
You know what kills me? You know what kills me about the Rebels and the Empire?
Yeah.
Is that, remember when Hera is like, yo, like, Thrawn might be coming back, blah, 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 right?
Oh, I hated that part. Yeah, dude.
There's always that one guy who's like, oh, stop with your superstitions.
I know, man.
I'm just thinking, like, don't you want to be safe and just, like, go with her? We have nothing else to do.
He's probably a bad guy.
Yeah. There's always that one guy that's like, oh, that's preposterous.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, there's plenty of evidence, dude. You already found Rebel sympathizers. They're building something. They transported it off. Yeah. Don't you want to go see where it's going?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, that whole meeting in general was just dumb.
And then like we were saying on Andor, how the Empire was like getting cocky or whatever, or just their arrogance.
Oh, man.
They're like, oh, there's something like, don't worry about it. And this shit happens. Like, oh, what? Under our noses? Like, yes, under your nose. We're trying to tell you. And I don't like how both sides, they're just, come on, guys.
I hear you.
Come on, guys. Yeah. But yeah. Great episode.
That was one of the, by the way, that was only like one of the only dumb Empire moments, by the way. And like
Andor?
Yeah. They had a pretty competent Empire for the most part. They were very efficient. I mean, one murder led to finding Andor. Like, one, you know? So, I mean, they weren't exactly stupid, just that one person was. But this, it seems like a lot of people are silly, right?
Yeah. Yep. So we're halfway through the season. You said it's 8 seasons, right? Or eight episodes.
Yeah, so we're halfway through. Yeah, and the next episode, is the Anakin episode, and I believe it's directed by Dave Filoni.
Ooh. Well, yeah, guys, tell us what you think about that episode. Like I said, I think it was the best one so far. I know there's only 4 to go through. And I'm not saying all of them was a trash. I think all of them been good. Mr. Awesome might have a different opinion. You know, he's probably
they're half
like,
and half. There's some good parts
yeah.
and some bad parts. Like, just
So
being honest.
are you with this episode? Are you more 55-45 now?
Like I said, this episode was 60-40.
I don't know, but overall, the season. I know you said
no, this season. No,
like,
I would have to go.
Are you still 50-50?
I guess I'd have to tip it a little farther over now, just because otherwise
55.
the math doesn't add up. So
yeah, let's go 55-45.
Let's go 55-45.
55-45. There it is. Okay.
He's at about 350.
All right, guys. That's it for us. I think next episode we're gonna do.
That's it for us. We're not gonna do TV shows. We're done.
I didn't write it down. You want to do top 5?
Before we go, I would like to say that Ron Deasy hasn't seen it, so I hope you guys will pressure him into seeing it. But One Piece Netflix series, pretty damn good.
I started it, and like I said, it looked good. Like I remember I said,
and I was
style.
really skeptical. Even if you look at my last stream before my last stream, the one before my birthday stream, I went in there and watched the last trailer, and I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not optimistic about this at all. But it's really good, man. It makes you feel for the characters, which is what One Piece is kind of all about, you know. It's really good. I was surprised. Oh no! He's gone. Oh, there he is.
I don't know what happened. I had a message saying that your internet's unstable, and then it kicked me off. I was like, no, it hasn't been 40 minutes yet. But
no.
Go ahead.
No, sweet. Oh, what I'm just saying, like, just like so there's a little bit of like fluff in the anime a little bit. They're not actually like non-canon episodes. They're not really like filler episodes, but in the episode kind of feels like there's a little bit of filler in the episode. You know what I mean? During the fights. So you can actually get through the first block, which is East Blue, which is like I think it's like 51 episodes. In 8...
You're talking about the anime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 8 episodes, it's possible. They changed some things from the anime to from the anime to the series, but they weren't bad changes. As a matter of fact, some of them were really good changes. And there are parts that are alluded to in the anime of things that happen that you never get to see, that you actually get to see in this.
Okay.
So it's almost like you're seeing more of the story, some more of the story than in the anime.
Okay.
But so I
plan on watching both.
Good.
I'm gonna watch the live action first because I already started already. I haven't seen one thing of. I just know I think the guy gets super long arms or something like that.
That's the main character. Yeah, that's Straw Hat Luffy. He's gonna be the king of the pirates.
But I plan on watching it, guys. You don't have to pressure me.
Okay.
Okay, unless you want to rush me. Then
but to everyone else, all right, if you're watching, check it out.
Hey, but you know what? I just had a monster drink, so maybe I could watch it tonight. You know, get some few episodes in. But
you can have my stream on in the background. I'm playing Baldur's Gate with some buddies tonight.
Oh, okay.
I've never even touched that game before. I have no idea what to expect.
I was gonna say, there's one show I just finished watching, and it came out maybe last month. Twisted Metal on Peacock.
Oh, I heard that was good.
Now, I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
Do you plan on watching it? Do you care about spoilers?
I do actually plan on watching it, but you can give me a little something.
Okay, so when they first announced it, because I always wanted this to come to live action from the game. When I saw that they did a remake of Death Race, because I've seen the original Death Race 2000, right? Mm-hmm. And then when they made the Death Race with Jason Statham, whatever his name was, I was like, okay, they can make a Twisted Metal. They definitely can. Decades go by, and then now they finally made it. I don't think that Falcon should have been in here, but
isn't he like the main character?
Yeah, I think it was a step down, you know, from him. Like if I'm the new Captain America, no, I better get all these big budget movies now, you know. But whatever, that's my opinion. Sweet Tooth, I thought was great. He's probably the best thing in this.
I figured series. He was going to be the best thing about it. Isn't he voiced by Job? Fucking
Samoan Joe from wrestling? Yeah. So when I was watching it, I don't think you see Sweet Tooth. I think there's like 10 episodes or 9. You'll see Sweet Tooth
Will
until
Arnett,
like
that's his name. I'm sorry, Will Arnett, right? Job from Arrested Development. Is he Sweet Tooth's voice?
Oh, you're talking about the voice?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
So I know the body, the person that's playing as Sweet Tooth is a guy from wrestling. His name is Samoa Joe.
Oh, okay, got it.
He's a popular wrestler. So I will say that I played. So I used to be a big Twisted Metal fan. I played part 1, I played part 2, I played a little bit part 3. I never played like the last Twisted Metal game that came out, but I played majority of them. Right?
They always seem like one of the first games that ever came out for PlayStation.
PlayStation,
like every time.
Like
it was always Twisted Metal that
I don't think it ever came out for Xbox at all.
No. It's a PlayStation exclusive, to my knowledge. Yeah.
So I'm looking for the characters, right? Sweet Tooth was like the only character in this in the show that was like related to Twisted Metal. I'm watching it, and the storyline it doesn't match the game. So I don't know if I'm about to spoil it for you. Should I stop?
Does the game have like a big storyline to it?
So the game is about a tournament. There's this I'm not gonna say he's a demon, but there's like this guy that can grant wishes.
Mm-hmm.
A deity, we'll say that. So he puts these tournaments in place. Whoever wins, they get a wish, right? And so in the game, you can choose any character and you see what the wish is. But what happens, like every wish is like kind of twisted. So I remember for this one guy, this character in the Twisted Metal game. I think he's in number 2. His name is Thumper, right? It's a black guy. He has a pink car. He's like a pimp and everything. He's like, yeah, I want to rule the world. It's like, okay, yeah, you can rule the world. But the world he rules is like all dead and everything. He's like the only one alive.
Oh,
so
damn.
every wish is like twisted, right? Yeah. One guy's like, oh yeah, I want to see my father again. I want to meet him, or blah blah blah, right? All right, you get to see your father, and then he ends up in a grave with his father. You know, that's how twisted the wishes are, right?
Right, like they say, like genies really didn't grant your wish; they more like twisted it, right?
Yeah,
genies.
Yeah. So that's how the games are.
Okay.
I know that's how 1 and 2 is. I don't know about 3. So in this series, is more about Falcon. He's called John Doe because he can't remember he had like a memory loss.
Mm.
This game, the show is about him being like they call him a milkman, but it's like a delivery person. And he picks up this girl that tried to rob him at one point, and they're doing this big delivery. So that's how it was for majority of the series until the last 2 episodes is when it started making sense.
Okay. Yeah, then don't tell me the rest. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like an interesting little mystery that I'd like to be revealed.
So
okay.
I'll say this: if they do pick up another season, this season, the second season will be more relatable to the actual game, the lore of the game. I'll say that. That's all I'll say. But I'll tell you, when I was watching it, I was like, this should have been called something else. It could have been called something else. It could have been called Death Race.
Until the last 2 episodes. Then
until the last 2 episodes, that's when it started making sense. I was like,
right.
Okay.
So now
I recognize that character. Okay. Right. It starts to make sense now.
So by the time you get to the last 2 episodes, then you're like, all right, this has to be called Twisted Metal. Would you go
definitely the last episode?
Last episode. Okay.
Because you know how sometimes they take a name of a game or whatever, and they put their own twist to it, and you're like, oh, that's not really that character. That's not his lore. That's not how he came up.
Yeah, you mean like Super Mario Brothers 2?
Which, you talking about the game, or are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about Mario 2, the game. It didn't look anything like the original Mario
Brothers.
Oh, it was
totally different.
That was a different game. There's no way that was originally a Mario game. Someone was like, we need to sell this. Let's put Mario in it, and we'll put some Mario characters in it, and it'll sell. But there's no way that you go from that to that, and then right back to the original Mario structure. I don't care
Right.
what anybody says. There's no way that was originally a Mario game. I can't
Yeah.
believe that.
But yeah, it was like, yeah, where's all these characters at? They just have that one character. What movie can I think? I'll think of the movie. There's been so many movies where they use a title and none of the original characters in there, but it's like only one. They'll use that one character to like sell the movie, but the movie has nothing to do with like the origination of the title.
Well, dude, like, have you seen Dune, the new one?
I couldn't get into it. I kept falling asleep.
So I really enjoyed that movie. By the way, it's a great movie. You guys should see it for sure.
I heard it was great. Yeah, it was a big budget movie too.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Zendaya's in that movie for like maybe I don't even know if she's in it 10 minutes, and she's all over the trailers.
Right.
That movie's like over 2 hours, dude.
Right.
She is not in that movie, like barely. So I mean, I didn't go see it for Zendaya or anything. I'm just saying, like, man, okay. So yeah, I've seen actors in trailers that are barely in a movie before. That's about as far as I can relate to that.
Right. So yeah, yeah. I was disappointed at first, but I was like, now let me finish it. They gotta connect somehow, and then at the end they're like, oh, okay, finally.
All right. Yeah, I've heard some. Good
Did you ever play the games?
Metal, so. Yeah, I barely remember them anymore, though. I played the first one when I first had a PlayStation. I know that. I played Twisted Metal 2 for sure. And then the third one was on PlayStation 3? Or was that still on PlayStation 1?
No. It was on either PS2 or
PlayStation
PS3.
2, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. And I think the last one, I think they made one for PS3. It didn't really sell that good, but it was called like Twisted Metal Black.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I never played that one, but I remember that, yeah.
It didn't sell that good.
Yeah, was Twisted Metal 3, was that also on PlayStation 1? Twisted Metal 2 was, I believe, pretty sure.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the first two were on PS1.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal 3 could have been on the first one, and it could be on PS2.
Got it. Well, I definitely played the first two.
Yeah.
But that was
But I know Twisted Metal 3 had a different feel to it. It felt like too realistic. Like the driving felt too realistic.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Not to that game. That game's meant to be arcade-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll check it out eventually. I'll try to. Okay, we have our assignments. You gotta watch One Piece.
One Piece, yeah.
And I'll try to find some time to watch Twisted Metal. At least.
You got Peacock?
Yeah, I got Peacock.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, that's our assignments.
All right, cool.
All right, guys, and then, man, next podcast is gonna be a long one. So we gotta talk about Ahsoka. We gotta talk about our assignments. Or do you want to give it time?
Well, we could try. I mean, maybe we'll do it. Okay. Maybe we won't. We'll see.
Well, okay. Well, next podcast we're definitely gonna talk about Ahsoka and our childhood TV shows.
Yeah, for sure. So childhood TV shows, not just TV shows. Yeah. Childhood TV shows.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Or that's it for this podcast. Tell us what you think about episode 4 of Ahsoka. What you like, what you didn't like. Mr. Awesome, he's kind of getting over another side of the fence. I'm pretty sure he will by the end of the season. I'm actually surprised that you have you're 50-50, or I'm surprised you're not really enjoying it. Like I said,
I've been checking out. I don't know how to put this. I've been watching a lot of different other podcasts and stuff.
Swaying your mind?
No, I'm not really checking out what they say, but what they've said about other things, and I can kind of see it. And then you can really, once you hear it, you can see it. Like I'm telling you, I broke the glass for you. Just pay attention to how slow they talk to each other.
No, because it's going to ruin it for me. No, why would I do that to
But
myself?
It's not just that.
I'm enjoying it so far.
I'm enjoying some parts of it, but I also have to, if you keep letting them make stuff that's dumb, they're going to keep making dumb things instead of making quality
I have no
things.
control over Disney.
But we can tell them that they suck, and maybe they'll make better stuff. Like I said, this is better than Secret Invasion. I'm going to say that right away. I definitely think this is better than Secret Invasion. I still feel that way. And again, I'm trying to enjoy what I can enjoy, but also I want to see what I'm actually like kind of missing. You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to see it. Like
Okay.
when like I would have just excused it before, like once a rebel, always a rebel. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's so annoying. Why would you put that in there? Why couldn't you do something else? Or even like just have her leave right away. Okay, these people aren't gonna go. All right, then get the fuck out of there and find a team and go. Why are you screwing around, you know, in the base still? And why are you taking a kid with you to like a huge battle? Like, there's just some stuff that bother me that I just can see now that I didn't really used to bother me as much. And it's just like when you think about what you get and what you could get, it upsets you. Do you know what I mean? Like Andor, right? What if they made a shit Andor completely? Would you want to watch that at all? Like, you already don't care that much about the characters because you don't know as much about them. Right. You know what happened to them, right? But because they told this brilliant fucking story.
The dialogue was great.
Right? The build-up was awesome. Like, the direction was fantastic. There was, like, a couple of little parts that were dumb. Like, you know, when the robot picks him up and stuff. Like, you're like, oh, okay, all right. And he gets thrown in prison for, like, what? Like, okay. But then they make the prison amazing. Right? They had this brilliant system where basically the prisoners take care of themselves. The guards don't even have to do anything. You know what I mean? They create this competition, and they basically don't have to worry about a rebellion until Andor gets there and, like, kind of, you know, stirs... Well, basically till they screw up and kill someone and everyone finds out, right? Yeah. So, yeah, you have this self-sustaining prison system that's brilliantly thought out. And what if it wasn't? What if it's just some stupid prison scene and, like, it was dumb, right? Like, I just want more Andor. And I don't mean, like, Andor itself. Writing like Andor. Yeah. So, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. There are some cool parts, and I'm going to acknowledge that. I'm not going to pick on every little thing. But there is some stuff that's just like, why? So I'm just being honest. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah.
We need a little more devil's advocate in this broadcast anyway.
Tell me if you guys feel like Mr. Awesome over here, the devil of this podcast episode.
After Secret Invasion, I got really upset, dude. I'm starting to really just see the shit get shoveled into Disney Plus. So I just wanted to make better stuff. Like, again, I loved Andor. I want more stuff like Andor.
Right. All right, guys. Well, enough of Mr. Awesome. Disney, you heard Mr. Awesome, right?
I did.
Give him what he wants, okay? Give him what he wants.
That's right.
But guys, check in with our next episode of this podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like. We got more content coming out. We'll see you guys next time, all right? Don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to tell us your thoughts and everything. We love to hear it, man. I'm Ron Deasy, my buddy here.
Mr. Awesome.
And we're out.
Later, guys.